Welcome back to the Omnibuds Cafe. My name's Kevin, and today we're going to talk about the graphic novel Where the Body Was by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. As always, hit that subscribe button. Now grab your cup of coffee and let's check out this book. All right, Omnibuds, here it is, Where the Body Was by Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips. This is a thin graphic novel, was released in graphic novel format, no single issues. It's maybe 140 pages, but fantastic stuff. So let's get into it. So we start off, we got a map, and I love comic books or books with maps in it. But this is kind of where this story largely takes place on Pelican Road in the summer of 1984. Colors by Jacob Phillips, Sean Phillips' son. And we get kind of a cast of characters. So this is the main characters. There's more people in this story. And we'll meet some of these people in 1984, and then we'll kind of flash forward to roughly now where they're kind of remembering what had happened in this story. So we start out learning about this house that's on Pelican Road. And it's this old mansion, and it's got a lot of history. It was a famous house on this road owned by rich people, but it kind of fell into disrepair as it kind of changed hands. And so now it's this kind of, I don't want to say a halfway house, but it's basically turned into an apartment building, and its rooms are rented out to people with not a lot of money and a lot of drug problems. So we start off, we meet Tommy and Karina, and they're outside talking, and they're both heavily into drugs. Tommy's really into Karina, and her boyfriend Sid is causing problems, and that's where we start off this story. So in this fight, we meet the next important character, who is Palmer Sneed. Palmer works at a liquor store, but years back when his father died, he stole his detective's badge, and he uses that kind of as power. There's a lot of romance, a lot of sex in this story. So this other character is Tommy Melville, and she's neighbors with this Palmer guy and sees him kind of break up this fight and just gets really attracted to him. So she's cheating on her husband. This guy here, his name is Ted, I believe, Ted Melville. She's cheating on him, and that's kind of part of what's going on this road. We also meet Lila Wynn. She's a Korean who lives on the street. She gets teased a lot for being Korean, for being into superheroes. Well, she's kind of like the neighborhood watch. And she's also friends with this this Vietnam vet who we only know as Sergeant Ranko. And he's homeless at this point. She brings him sandwiches and kind of gets dirt on what's going on in the neighborhood. But we kind of flash, forward and backward as we learn about these characters to start off with. And we learn pretty quickly that this character, Palmer, is not a detective. That's his dad's badge. He just likes flashing it around to scare people. So as we go throughout this story, again, it's called Where the Body Was. So at some point, there's going to be a dead body and something, and that's kind of the impetus of this entire thing. So again, this Tommy character is really interested in this Lila character. Well, Lila's parents are looking for her. She went through rehab and kind of ran away. So they hire this private detective named Jack Foster, and he's looking around for him. And Jack learns that there's a police officer living in the neighborhood, or what he thinks, or what people think is a police officer in Palmer. Well, Tommy and Karina like breaking into houses, breaking into people's backyards, just anything to have a good time, find some drugs. But Karina's, kind of toying with this Tommy character, toying with his heart, and, is never really his girlfriend, which is what he wants. And again, we flash forward to Karina in the now and, her telling her part of the story as she remembers it. So we see Lila and Sergeant Ranko in this treehouse. And she says, this is the best lookout in the entire neighborhood. I can see everything from up here. Well, Ranko sees things as a homeless man. He sees things and hears things and know who's breaking into what houses. And this is a really cool relationship because it's terribly inappropriate for them to really even be talking, but they've got a really cool, odd friendship. And then we see Lila Wynn as an adult again, telling her part of the story. But we learn a little bit more about Tony Melville, the cheating wife. We learn about her husband. Her husband is a clinical psychiatrist, and he's actually treating Sergeant Ranko, the homeless man. So we add kind of layers to this story, and I really love what Brubaker's doing here, tying all these people together in this small town and this neighborhood. So here we get the private eye knocking on not Tommy Palmer's door and saying, asking him questions about a missing girl who is Karina, who ran away. So with Tommy and not Tommy, I keep getting them confused. Palmer and Tony kind of behind the husband's back cheating, things start to quickly develop. And I don't want to give too much away because it's a short story and I don't even want to show you a lot. But at some point, a body shows up in the street. And the story starts to unfold pretty quick thereafter. And it's all about, how did this body get there? How did the body disappear? And who did it? So it's a mystery story. It's a story about people. It's about relationships. But really, this is just a fantastic story. I had such a good time with it. Welcome back. If you're still watching, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button and leave a comment. What did I think about this book? If you've been around for a while, you know that I'm an Ed Brubaker fan. Big time Ed Brubaker fan. You probably can't see it all. It's all down. It's down here somewhere. But the Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips stuff is fantastic. I recently read and reviewed the Reckless series, which was amazing, and I hope we get more of it. But this was my second time through Where the Body Was. I actually loaned this to a buddy of mine who does not read comics, and I thought this would be something that he'd really like. He lost it, so I had to go buy a new copy, and I decided I'd read it real quick and give you all a review. But Ed Brubaker, as always, does a fantastic job at pacing and kind of keeping you engaged. The other thing that I think he's really good at is, especially in these shorter books, I mean, this thing's like maybe 140 pages. He's really good at making you invest into these characters who you know for such a short period of time. He weaves this web of mystery that's just super intriguing and really awesome. You feel like you're there on, where was it? Pelican Road in the summer of 1984. A lot of Ed Brubaker's books kind of harken back to the 80s. I think he grew up in the 80s, so there's a lot of references in there, which is really cool. But I think this is just a classic. Absolutely love this. I think anyone could read this. I read this in about an hour. Like I said, it's very short. The art by Sean Phillips, I don't even have to say this, but you all know Sean Phillips' art's fantastic, and his style goes so well with what Ed Brubaker wants to do in his storytelling. But it's a heartfelt mystery story. You're really engaged. What I thought was really cool about the way he told this story was it was kind of almost documentary style, like you're watching some true crime show on TV, where you see some of these characters in the future and they're telling you what had happened, and then it kind of flashes back to those moments. I thought that was a really cool way of telling the story. But I absolutely love this one. It's staying in the collection. There's a few more Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips graphic novels I need to find. Pulp is one of them I have not read. Really interested in that. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of Pulp. And what was the other one? Oh, I just bought the Fade Out. I missed the hardcover years back, and it's super hard to find. So I got they re-released it on trade paperback. So I'm going to read Fade Out here soon. And I'm on the hunt for Fatale. But what's the other one he did? Night Fever. I need to check that one out too, but same kind of graphic novel, very short, concise storytelling. But yeah, Ed Brubaker, One of the all-time greats, Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips, probably the greatest comic book creator team of all time. I'll die on that hill. But let me know down in the comments what you thought. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video.
If you're looking for great deals on collected edition comics or manga, we recommend shopping at panelboundcomics.com. They offer free shipping on orders over $30, plus bundled discounts to help you save even more. And if you're shopping from Europe or the UK, comicsbugle.com offers free EU shipping and a rewards program for regular buyers. Don't forget to use our discount codes at checkout.